All right, hey y'all, it's Shelly with Bossy Chick Designs. I'm gonna come today and work on a football acrylic that you can either use as a badge topper or if you want to turn it into a keychain, whatever you want. The acrylic is from Zindy.com. It does come with part of the design that's already on here. I like a lot more glitter to show, so I don't use everything that's part of the design, but what came with it that I'm using is the little football lines here. And that comes with the design. That's designed by Zindy. And then I ended up doing fleur-de-lis and an outline for it. Because, of course, you know, I'm from the New Orleans area. So that's a big seller for me. So this is one that I have done. Just, I don't have a magnet or anything on the back yet. I just finished this a little while ago. So this was just to show you one design. But I'm going to do the fleur-de-lis one on the video today. So you have your Mod Podge. I put mine in a little container because if I use the whole bottle, I'm one of those people that's more likely to stick my paintbrush with the glue into my glitter or back into my big bottle of Mod Podge, and I do not want to do that. So the glitter that I am using is Chocolate City. It is from Mr. Nola's Glitter, one of my favorite local shops. So kind of hit them and Nola Craft Culture. All right. So I'm going to come get my little backing off here. Sorry if my lighting's not so great, but my craft room still is not together since the hurricane. So I don't know when that's going to happen. They keep pushing us off every time I turn around. So it kind of is what it is at this point. So I do have my paintbrush in the water, so I'm going to come dab it off on a paper towel to get most of the water off. And then just get some glue. And I will put more on and take off than what I do need. And my Mod Podge is a little bit older, so I do have some little bigger clumps here and there. So you might see me go off screen to get some of that off. But you don't want a super thick coat on it. You do want enough to where the glitter will adhere to it. But you don't want so much that it's going to leave like a haze or anything behind. So I use a manila folder. Let me hit that just one more time because I can see some of my Mod Podge is drying as I played there with the folder. As I fumble it. And then I'm gonna put my, this is how I do it. Everybody's a little different. I'll pour glitter on and then I kind of tap it down. And get as much glitter off my finger as I can. Here's my, all right. And then I pick it up and then I will tap it off. Get as much of the loose glitter as I can get off. And then I will put this off to the side. I normally do let mine dry for 24 hours before I do use it and put the next coat. I have had the most luck with that so far. But everybody's a little bit different with how they do it. So I'm going to come off screen to get my glitter back into my container. Just because I really don't have enough room under the camera to do it. But for this video, I do have a couple in stages. That way it was a little bit easier. So I do have one that's already dried with a single coat. So this was my one that had one coat. So I'm going to come do my second coat on it. So same thing. Take my brush, dab it to get the water off. And then this one, you'll probably use a little bit more glue just because you are coating over glitter. And then I'll kind of dab and pull to try to get in between all the glitter. And then some of my Mod Podge I have in different little containers for certain colors. Like white, I don't want any other color mix. So I do have a white Mod Podge container. And all those containers are is just like the little lipstick cosmetic ones. So they work well enough. Alright, so I have that coated. So my brush is going back in the water. And then I am, oops, let me kind of shift this down this way some more. Then I'm going to coat it again. And I tap, like I said. Looks like a little something in my glitter there. A little piece of resin, looks like dried cured resin. And then I will tap this off to get any excess. And then I will let this one dry. So these I will work on later. And once again, I do have another one that's ready. So this one has 2 coats of glitter on it. So give me just a sec. I will be right back. Let me clean up my mess here. All right, so this is one that I've done over the last couple days that I'm gonna come and resin on. So I'm gonna come flood coat it. I can't talk tonight. So I do apologize for not doing a video, I think last month, but I am currently working a full-time job and I picked up an extra job. So I was kind of training on some new equipment. So, and then you just spread it to all the corners. Now, if there's overflow from this, I'm not that concerned about it because there is a protective coat on the other side, a protective piece of paper. But I do try not to let it overflow if I can help it. And then when you're curing it, every lamp cures a little bit different because it's going to depend on what wattage lamp you have. So how long it takes to cure is going to depend on your lamp. So you might have to test it to see how long yours take. Mine take anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes if I use my lamp. And my lamp is a 72 watt lamp. So lots of times I will actually put mine outside on a sunny day. So I'm going to come pop any little air bubbles. All right, so that looks good. I have noticed too that with mine, I will hold my lamp up a little bit higher when I am first doing my first cure, just because I kind of find that it's sometimes the heat makes it spread a little quick. So I will actually take my lamp, and I'm actually, see, it's a 72 watt lamp. So I'm actually going to hold it off the screen for a minute. So I am going to let it cure for maybe one hit this way, 60 seconds, and then I'll go off screen. So I have found that when I've done this, it actually does not overflow as much. So that's kind of what I've been doing. So I will go ahead and go off screen. I will finish curing it because it's going to take about 3 minutes for this to cure yet. And then I will be right back to start decorating the front. All right, so that took a few minutes to cure, but as you can see, I have some rough edges here, and you can take either your X-Acto knife and clean it up. Just kind of scrape, just be careful. I did get this nifty thing, a deburring tool, off of Amazon, and same thing. Works a little bit better on some stuff than the X-Acto, and all it is this curved blade. So I kind of use both of them. But I find I'm less likely to slice my hand with this, but I was hoping that because it had like this little round piece here, that if I nicked my design, I wouldn't actually damage it, but I have still scratched my resin, so it still does happen. But this works a little bit better, like if you go in small increments. Don't try to go after anything too crazy. And then it does swivel, so it works fairly good. I know I saw this that another crafter uses it, so I was like, oh, let me try it. Because I had seen one on Facebook, I think, that was made for resin, but same thing. All right, let me get my little lint brush here to clean up my little mess I just made. I do have a nifty little vacuum that I got off of Amazon, but, oops, this little thing right here. It works great on the tabletop, but it does not work so great on my little silicone mat here. Like, everything sticks to this, unfortunately. So, even brushing it off, the glitter doesn't come off. But, okay. So now we're going to get to the fun part, decorating the front. So, take that little protective paper off. I am going to start off with the design on the football. And you can use your brayer or not, it doesn't really matter because this is a small design here. Line it up. And press it down. Oop. Sorry, I'm shaking everything here. Now you can put whatever design you want, but of course, like I said, I am from the New Orleans area. So of course the Saints or LSU's like a big deal out this way. So I'll press that one down. Wait, I'm gonna need a little more light here so that I can see for a second. Not blind y'all so much with that. Okay. So that's my little design. And then what I do is I will take painter's tape. This is actually some painter's tape that I already have. And I will put it on the back just to protect it, just in case I do have any overflow. Then I'll just rub it kind of around the edges to kind of secure it more there. That way, if I do overflow a little bit, it's a lot easier to clean off just the edges and not off the back of my design. All right, kind of spread this out. Then I can do generally okay with the micro bubbles. If you have some bubbles that you can't pop, you can always use your brush or whatever to kind of pull them out also. I might have a little micro bubble here and there. You can sand it and do another coat most of the time. I mean, it's not that noticeable. And then I'll try to get down eye level with it to make sure that I don't have any divots in the resin. But every once in a while I still miss it to where I have to go put another coat of resin on. All right, hit it with your lighter, your torch, whatever. I don't really have much luck with actual torch on it. I have a little one that's for desserts, but I tend to, I think, kind of burn my resin. So lighters work for me the best on this resin. I do use it on my other resin projects. I do a lot more tumblers and stuff, and pens are a big thing that I do. All right, so once again, I'm gonna kind of hold my lamp off to the side to cure it. Make sure that you don't have your good resin around it because you don't want to cure it. So let that go for the minute, and then I'm going to put it off to the side and finish curing it. And then I will be back to show you the finished design. All right, I'll be back. All right, y'all. So that's my football. I had actually no spillover. Yep, nope, no spillover. So that's the back. I do magnetic and I do snaps. So it kind of depends on what I'm being requested to make. Let's see if I can find a snap. So this is the tray that I use. I did have a video that shows you how I make these. I honestly think it's the first video that I ever did, but I fill these with resin and then I'll sand them and clean them to where I can glue these on. They do fit over the magnets if I need to convert one from magnet to a snap, I can. But yeah, and then these are the magnets that I have. It comes with a base and the magnetic part. I get these off of Amazon. I think it's a case of 48 of them that come with it. So I honestly have a ton of these left over. That's the part that I put on the badge reel. These I get from jewelryandfindings.com, I believe. But yeah, so that's that. And then I just use Loctite super glue. I have really not had any luck whatsoever with E6000. So I just don't use it. And I use the gel control one. Just because I kind of find that that stays where I need it. And then you just take your magnet base and push it down, and I hold it for a few seconds to kind of hopefully get it to lock in. And then I will let it cure. I tell most people when I make them, if I make them on the spot and put the magnet on, I will tell them wait at least 4 hours before wearing it. At least 4. I generally tell them 24 just to make sure. But yeah, so that's your design. And then that's the other one. So yeah, so you can customize it for your own team. But that's what I did. So I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Any comments, questions, I will answer them to the best of my ability. If you'll have any ideas for other videos, just let me know. Hopefully my craft room will be getting put together soon. They're supposed to come and lay flooring. But yeah, comment, subscribe. Hope y'all enjoyed it. I will try to do another video next time. Y'all have a nice night.